It would appear that Beetroopers can't top a regional, but they can top 32 a YCS. All weird things. You guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Top 32 for the Remote Duel NA YCS breakdown. And I have a couple deck lists for you guys here near the mid-range of this video. So top 32 was 11 Soul Tenyi. I bet you guys, I guess, best represented deck in the room, am I right? I mean, you're going to see from the breakdown here that the two big titans did pretty much go at it this event, which, of course, the second big titan in the room is Lyricalist Tri-Brigade. These two decks are pretty much the two forerunners of this format. We can already tell that pretty much for the rest of the format here, until we get a ban list, hopefully later today, that we'll get some sort of check to these two in particular. 4 Sky Striker DPE kind of ran things back here for the later half of the event, which, okay, it's all fun and games until you get to top cut and you're like, boom, uh-oh, what happened? All right. We have 3 Dogmatica Invoked. Dogmatica Invoked has been one of the stronger options, really, for this format. Winda and, well, it's Winda, DP, and all the other shenanigans that you can kind of pull out of the woodwork here and find success with, all kind of lumped up into one big, awesome, fun deck here. And then we had 2 Beetrooper decks in top 32. I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to feel about that. I've seen 0 Beetrooper throughout pretty much all the regionals, unless I've missed something here for the NA events. But this deck just, I don't know, it's just DP Turbo, effectively, right? All jokes aside. Then we had 2 Zodiac Tri-Brigades, so that effectively brings our Tri-Brigade variant up to 9. All right, and then lastly we have Virtual World Sword Soul here, so that gives us 12 Sword Soul variants overall. Actually, it's kind of cool to see that the Sword Soul variant with the Virtual World package can actually do good. Then, of course, we had 1 Drytron. I love the fact that they call this deck Drytron Cyber Angel Hero, aka just a pile of cards, but it's just Drytron. And then we had 1 Eldritch getting squeaky clean in here, actually making it on in and doing well here. Now, Carlancho made a really nice graphic here for top 16, which was 38% Sword Soul, 31% Tri-Brigade. And then you had a couple of friends out here that wanted to join up called Sky Striker, making it into top 16. I love some good diversity here. All right, and then I see over here that we had 1 Beetrooper and 1 Eldritch as well. So it looks like we had a very nice carry here into the top 16. Now into top 8, things get a whole lot rougher. 50% of top 8 was Sword Soul. Holy crap. And then continuing on top 8 here, 37% was Tri-Lyricalist, so 3 Tri-Lyricalist, 4 Sword Soul, and then the off Beetrooper here, carrying it on home and trying to run it across the field here. Looks like it didn't really find much success here. Now, for top 4, we see a little bit different of a story here. All those Sword Soul Tenyi variants get shifted out down to 1. All right. That's a big loss here. And then you had 2 Lyricalist Tri-Brigade on the shift up here. And then you had 1 Beetrooper Duelist making it all the way into top 4 here. Just to end up losing to the eventual... Yeah, poor Beetrooper ended up losing. The finals ended up being the tail of the format, which is Tri-Lyricalist versus Sword Soul Tenyi. And I believe that it was, yes, none other than Kamal Crooks taking down the win with Tri-Lyricalist, meaning that Tri-Brigade Lyricalist ended up being the dominant build for this event, which... okay, I mean, I'll take it. Me and Lund were talking before this event. We're like, all right, who's going to win? And we both pretty much came to the conclusion that it's going to be either one of the two. The rest of the rogue decks don't have enough, like, gas to kind of push their way into a better winning position. And as much as I want to, like, root for rogue here, Tri-Lyricalist and Sword Soul were by far the highest pinnacles of this format, right? Like, those decks have the 2 highest ceilings. I don't think anything really comes close. Like, Drytron wants to do good here, but after looking at that breakdown, ladies and gentlemen, I'm still seeing the same thing I've been seeing here. Unfortunately, decks just have a very hard time trying to handle out these things. And I mean, diversity is present, but does it fix the problems? All right, let's go take a look at this deck list, shall we? First top 32 list we're going to be looking at here is Joseph Chung, or Samuel Chung's top 32 finish for Sword Soul. Sam has been no stranger to this deck. We've seen so many Sword Soul variants out of him this format that it's actually been nuts. And Heavenly Dragon Cycle has been one of the craziest cards that we've seen in terms of application for this deck. So we have one Arch Nemesis Protoss, triple copies of Astral Blossom and Joyous Spring, the triple copies of Incredible Ecclesia, triple copies of the Sword Soul Moyi, two copies of Tai, triple copies of Long Yun, two copies of Arara, triple copies of Ashuna, the one copy of the level 4. This has pretty much been in and out of a lot of decks, but it's been pretty much a mainstay here, it looks like. We have triple Vishuddha, the triple Chalice, triple copies of the best card in the deck, Heavenly Dragon Cycle, triple copies of Pot of Desires for best draw power, triple Sword Soul Emergence, the one Sacred Summit, two copies of Best Soul of the Dragon Soul. Then we have triple Imperm and one copy of Blackout here. Down here in the extra deck, we have the one Shaman, the triple copies of Monk, the one copy of the Draco Masters. This has been like the most recent addition to this deck. It's kind of changed things up, and it really looks like it's actually worked out relatively well. We have one Yazi, of course, the one Cheng Ying, two copies of Chi Zhao, one Omega, the one copy of Draco Berserker, one Chao Feng, two copies of Boxia, and one copy of Baron de Fleur. Side deck here we have triple Droll and Lockbird, triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, triple copies of Dark Ruler No More, the one Harpy's Feather Duster, triple copies of Dimensional Barrier, one Impure Order, and one copy of Red Reboot here, wrapping up top 32. Next up on the top 32 wagon here is Chance Ramiro's top 32 Invoked list. And I will say that Invoked DP, this deck is like one of the scariest monsters in the format when it actually gets the chance to kind of take off here. So we have triple copies of Alistair the Invoker, triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, one copy of Celestial, and the one Dasher, two copies of Ecclesia with the one Floor, the one Maximus, triple Droll and Lockbird, triple Nibiru, one copy Cosmic Cyclone, triple copies of Fusion Destiny, two Invocation, triple copies of Magical Meltdown with the one Mystic Mind, triple copies of Nadir Servant, triple copies of Pot of Prosperity, the one Terraforming, the one Punishment, triple copies of Imperm, and one copy of Schism here. There's really nothing out of the main deck here. Like, in terms of, like, construction, this deck is solid AF. And down here in the next deck, we have the one Secure Gardener, the one Almirage, and the one Verti Anaconda, the one Omega, the one Titanclad, the one Raijin, the one Purgatrio, still OTK out here, two copies of Makaba, one Agoides, one Anintis, the one Winda, the one Construct, the one App Clone, and the one Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. Side deck here we have triple Token Collector, the one Call by the Grave, two Cosmic Cyclone, triple copies of Forbidden Droplet, triple copies of Dimensional Barrier, and triple copies of Evenly Matched here, wrapping up a nice little fun experience for everybody. And then the last list I have for you guys here is the Soul Tenyi variant. You know, I think the last time I saw this build from a duelist out here, they were playing 50 cards. Shout out to Kolmaki for actually being like the chillest person to talk to, by the way. It was actually a really good conversation. It was short, but I really enjoyed it. So we have one Incredible Ecclesia, triple copies of Nibiru, one copy of Moyi with the one Tai, two copies of Long Yun, the one Nyan. Then we have triple Lili, triple copies of Lulu, two copies of Lao, triple copies of Gigi, and two copies of Emergency Teleport. Spells here we have triple Forbidden Droplet, triple copies of Pot of Desires, triple copies of Sword Soul Emergence, triple copies of Kowloon, triple copies of Qing Long, triple copies of Infinite Permanence, and two copies of everybody's favorite Chuche. Then we have one Fan, the one Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger. That's saucy. We have one copy of Zeus, one copy of M7, one copy of Yazi, one copy of Senshin, one Jiu, the one Ultimaya, the one Cheng Ying, the one Chi Zhao, and of course we have one Stardust Charge Warrior, one Crystal Wing, one Coral Dragon, one Boxia, and one Baron de Fleur. Side deck here we have triple Droll and Lockbird, triple copies of Gamma, one Driver, triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, two copies of Dark Ruler No More, one copy of Imperial Order, one copy of Red Reboot, and one copy of Skill Drain, wrapping up the giant cluster that was the NA Remote Duel YCS. What do you guys think about everything out of this event? Please leave a comment down below what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the little crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on the day. Some more cool Walls content. Peace out, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.